Why is it doing this? Why are you not behaving? Okay, I think that should be fixed. My mic's just activating out of nowhere. But the match should be beginning here soon. Apocalypse versus One Slice. It is a pretty one-sided fight, according to the bets, but who knows? There might be a fun underdog story here. Joy Boy and his group. Let's see if Joy Boy shows up today in the losers bracket, round 3, versus Big Mac combo. Which is insane to say in terms of losers bracket that those three or those names are there, bro. Like, it's insane to me, at least, because these guys are some insane spenders, and surprisingly, they're in this bracket somehow. But you know what? We'll have a fun time shoutcasting it and see what happens from there. Okay, let me just make sure my mic isn't picking up some random audio in the background. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Equalizer, no, I don't want the equalizer on. Noise gate, there we go. Alright, how's that? Can you guys hear me? Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Okay, there we go. Sounds good now. Okay, matches are about to begin within a minute. And yeah, I placed my bet on the, the underdog as usual. Hoping to lose 2k, hopefully not, but we'll see what happens. One Slice, Joy Boy, I hope you guys take this one. Big Mac combo, I really hope you guys don't take this one, but who knows what can happen at this point. Where are you from, bro? I am from Canada, bro. Why, what's up? Pokemon8574. Why are you typing that all in caps? What's up? I threw my 1k on the overdog. Yeah, baby. You know, of course you did, Knife. After how much money I've lost, bro, I'll show you guys after, but like, I've lost so much since WOC. I think it shows me having invested. I've invested 123k total, and my earnings are 20k. So I've lost a lot this WOC. But we'll see what happens. Really hoping I can make some money back here. 15 seconds and we'll begin. Oh, matches are live. I'm just hoping for a good match. Yeah, I mean, this is supposedly the last good one that's gonna happen. We did fight Lon earlier today. He wasn't the strongest in terms of damage, but he's going Bard now, so maybe something's different. Ronoa did spend a lot of money yesterday. He did throw up insane amounts of diamonds on the market, so maybe he was able to make some gains there to be able to compete. Didn't really do much for his last matchup, but who knows, something might be different here. They might have pushed it over the edge and been able to secure that win in this fight. But we'll see what happens in the end. It's going to be fun, regardless. It's PvP, WOC, this is what everyone comes around and plays this game for. If you're playing PvP, this is what you play for, baby. Alright, match is about to begin. Let's watch our boy War here and see what he's up to. He's also a big boy when it comes to being a Kraken. I wonder how he's going to perform against these guys. Roanora does do a lot of damage. They are clumped up. It's not looking good. Roanora does not get one shot by War. War did try to go for the little snippety snap, but didn't get that kick. Looks like Apocalypse is playing really aggressive, setting up traps and making sure that they're able to secure those towers in the mid play. It does look like One Slice is just playing really passive, making sure that they're actually able to go for those tower caps. Maybe they understand that they don't have the damage here. Roanora does get low, is already heading back to base to full recover for towers. Midgarsum and the rest of his team are just playing around that tower around their base, not really going for that tower that's free on the top side. Supernova going for the tower cap, unable to get it. Snoop Dogg comes in for the stop. Ooh, the one tower goes over to Apocalypse. Maybe I lost another 2k. What part of Canada are you from? I'm from Alberta. What guild are you in on ROX server 2? I'm in the guild called Tofu. like capital TOFU. My two characters are in a little one called Angrad. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Holla, what's up, guys? What's up? All right, 2 towers over to the Apocalypse team. Last tower is still in play over at the one slice side of things. They are maybe going to be able to take this tower if they can get those kills or picks off, creating a 4v5 here. Big Mac is sitting in the back, just ranging down, throwing Hellfire, throwing down Chain Lightnings. Is gonna be pressured, but is unable to get killed. Supernova doing his darndest to make sure that he's putting pressure on Big Mac so he doesn't just go up and kill his team, but he doesn't realize his team doesn't really have the damage. Joyboy feels like he's just fallen off at this point. This guy's name was a big one in the first season, but hasn't been there since. War is doing numbers. Let's see what's happening on the number side of things here, actually. Big Mac's double War's numbers. That's insane. And let's see who's doing damage on the other team. Yeah, this is not good. These numbers speak for themselves. This is not gonna be a good one. I may have thrown away my money on a degen fight, but it is what it is. Let's see if these guys are able to play with the towers here and actually secure the win. War does put some pressure on the enemy, is very low and gets killed here. Midgarson is also very low, goes for the tower cap rather than backing up. Is Ganny going to be able to come in and stop it? And Midgarson is able to back out quick. 2 towers still in play, both on the one side of things. Lon is going for the tower cap, is stopped by Bogus. Bopus, sorry, not Bogus. And 1 tower does go for the one slice team, however, they are behind 375 points. Make that 390 points. Make that 430 points. This is not good. Looks like the tower is going to go over to Apocalypse Tide, and that secures it. That's going to be a win for the Apocalypse team. Let's swap over to the other team, other game, and see what's happening. Saiyan Monk versus Au. Oh, this is also looking like a one-sided match here. Au is being held in base. Bessie Stala actually doing his darndest to make sure that he holds him, but Nib is way too strong. Nib is basically the Kraken of this division, plus Hanks. Nib and Hanks are the two that have basically brought this division up from the base level of like being a 2 servers that are really behind over to fighting the big dogs. Yes, this match is gonna be pretty one-sided here. Let's watch Apocalypse and One Slice, see if anything has changed in terms of strategy. Supernova in Roenora are both down. Lon is going to be backing out at heal up. Midgarson tries to go on a push on War and is able to secure the kill alongside Joyboy. Mid tower is still up. Midgarson is getting low there, so it is a 4v4 at this point. War is going to be getting back into this fight, however Midgarson is going to be down for a few more seconds here. Mid tower is still up in play. Joyboy looking for picks if he can. Big Mac is the big damage dealer. If they can get Big Mac down, they can really try to secure this tower here, and it unfortunately goes over to the Apocalypse team, and they are going to lose this round. Yo, Synchrion, where are you from? Are you in Canada too? Hey, props to the One Slice team for putting up a fight. It's not easy. It's not easy for sure. Joyboy just on the side, going for some picks in the last seconds here. Ganymede taking the MVP. Genetic is boosting. Big Mac with that 797 million damage. Meanwhile, the other team's highest was, I believe, Lon. Or not Lon, Joyboy. Not even coming close. They do swap out Bopus for Skyri, probably trying to give the other team an advantage here. I would bring in Nono, to be honest. I don't think they need the 2 tanks. I think they bring one of them out and bring in Nono. Or Elf, realistically, because Elf is going to be really helpful against Big Mac in terms of being able to manage him, cancel out his CCs, or not CCs, his buffs. Also help against the Skyri and the buffs that Ganny as well as Snoop Doggy are going to be giving out. That would be my strategy, is bring in the Prof, but I usually try to bring in a Prof wherever I go because, you know, Prof is busting. That's my strategy, at least. Anyways, if you guys like the stream, if you guys have been following my channel for the last few WOC matches, please do give me a like. Please subscribe. I'm trying to do my hardest to give you guys some good content, especially when the game is on this decline with PvP not being the most entertaining and repetitive with KVM. WOC is what we look forward to because it is a little bit of a change of pace with objectives, and in September we're actually expecting a new PvP mode, so that is going to be a fun time as well. So the benefit of bringing Skyri in here is that they do offer the ability for you to have the Angelus buff. You're a little bit more tanky. They have a silence, they have a movement slow, and they have Sacrament to be able to give you that Opera buff where you're basically able to just have no VCD at all. And VCD, for those of you who don't know, is variable cooldown duration. Yeah, VCD is variable cooldown duration, so you don't actually have a cooldown on some of your skills. And VCT is variable cooldown, or yeah, variable cast time. So basically it gets rid of your VCD. And Supernova getting low here, having to back out, get some HP back, is unfortunately still going to go down here. Lon, Roanora all taking a lot of damage. Joyboy, Roanora all going down here with the mid tower, or sorry, with the first set of towers still up in play. 2 towers are still up, 1 tower is now capped by Apocalypse, 2 towers total capped by Apocalypse. Yeah, it's not looking good, it's not looking good. Even with the swap of Skyri, I think it's just even more overwhelming. New PvP mode hype in the post-merge era. Yeah, honestly, I wonder how fun that game mode's gonna be, because if they do, it really depends on Pop Poison second match. Yeah, let's they realize what they need to do, bro. They realize that they can run over this enemy team, meanwhile not taking a lot of damage, right? Like Joyboy is the only one that really does damage, and look at that, War just one-shot his ass, right? So it's not the best chance of them coming back here. They are still able to get the second set of towers and go for the mid tower here if they are able to secure those towers. However, the chances of them doing so are very rare because they do need to be able to get those kills in order to secure those towers. Roanora doing 62 million damage. Meanwhile, Big Mac over here doing War over here doing 426 million, alongside Big Mac doing 335 million. So that should give you a good estimate of like how much kill potential one side really has over the other. But yeah, the new game mode knife is going to be a lot of fun if and when they make it so that matchmaking is actually balanced. I think otherwise the matchmaking is going to be the drawback on it. If it's imbalanced matchups, if it's one-sided matchups, you know, like, it's not going to be fun. And the first week is really going to decide if a lot of people play it or enjoy it, because the game's already on a decline when it comes to player retention. And I'm really hoping they do it well and do it justice, because we really do need a new game mode for PvP. It's been way too long. XGVG was the last newest one that we had, and even that's been like 2 months now. So yeah, we've definitely needed something new and a refresher, and that mode's going to be a permanent PvP mode, so you can access it whenever and be able to use it whenever, right? So we're going back to heal up and get some HP back to be able to come back into this fight stronger than ever. Keep putting on pressure on the enemy team. He has a lot of peel going for him, so he doesn't really need to back out too often here. The class is just absurdly packed with self-peel abilities with hide and disengage abilities, right? So it's kind of busted, but at the same time, you know, the devs love that class. I'll have to focus more on my minstrel build. I have a creator as well. Is the Axe creator any good? From what I've heard, two-handed axe creator is one of the most broken classes when it comes to group content. But you could talk. I mean, last fight against Joyboy's team, who was it that was putting up numbers? Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was somebody on the other team that was putting up insane numbers, right? Like as far as a genetic goes. So definitely worth the watch. You can go back to my last VOD and watch how much damage they're doing, but it was insane. I think they were top damage for the most part. But yeah, that class is really strong if you build it right. I think Pen is the way to go for it, so yeah, this is looking pretty one-sided. I don't think it's gonna happen here. Mid tower is taken. unfortunately, and One Slice has lost their opportunity in the second round to be able to come back here. War is just a menace, bro. Like, that class is so broken. The fact that he can just kill, go invis, kill, go invis, kill, and he has 2 invis, mind you, right? Like, he has the Kraken as well as the regular hide, so he's permanently invis. Joyboy is trying to match him, but unfortunately, Joyboy hasn't been spending as much as War lately, so I'm just saying, maybe Joyboy needs to spend a little bit more. But I'm surprised Nono's not in these fights. The one-shot mechanic might have been useful for these guys, which is surprising. Maybe he's just not as geared, or maybe he's not available today. I'm not sure. But let's see what's happening here. Saiyan Monk, yeah, still running AU, unfortunately. Neb is just way too strong. Too strong. Alright, let's see if they're going to be doing any matchup changes here. They did swap out Gani for Bopus at this point, probably just giving everyone a chance to PvP here. Joyboy doing nothing of that sort, it's making sure that his team stays committed to this lineup, even though it hasn't been doing well for them. They are going for that tanky CC comp build, with Joyboy being the only real damage on their team. I really hope they're able to come up with a better strategy than this, to be honest. They don't have the kill potential, and I guess Nono isn't that extra kill potential that they need or want. So unfortunately, it's going to come down to this. Props to them for putting up a fight, though, honestly. Most people would have just left at this point, because who wants to just keep running in and dying, you know? Let's watch some Bopus. Actually, War is an entertaining fight. It's a little bit more mobile. Trying to go for that pick on Roanora. Unfortunately, is stopped by Midgarsarum getting chased down. Midgarsarum's not letting him go, bro. He took that attack on Roanora personally. Jesus. Big Mac getting low. Is he gonna be able to get out of this fight? Supernova getting low as well in counter. Unfortunately, Big Mac lives through this whole fight and is basically telling these guys, hell nah, I'm not backing out. Supernova setting up to be able to come back on Big Mac. Joyboy is attacking him. Unfortunately, Big Mac has a full HP back. Somehow. I genuinely don't know how. Does he have Osiris? No, how did he get all his HP back? Oh, lifesteal. Lifesteal, right. I forgot lifesteal works in this. Let me put on some numbers, actually. See what these numbers are doing. It's insane to see millions in PvP damage. Like, considering that, like, my class, for example, I run around like 16 million right now, and the fact that some of these guys are doing millions of damage in just one, like, skill is just crazy. One Slice is losing the second set of towers here. Is this the second set? No, this is the first set. They lost all 3 first sets of towers. Oh, they secured 1 first set tower. 2 towers are still on the Apocalypse side. Big Mac is low, or actually is dead. So his team is fighting a 4v5. However, unfortunately, Joyboy does go down, so making it a 4v4. Realizing this, they all back out, having to wait for the second set of towers to come up alongside. Oh, Roanora getting picked off by War there. Yeah, and it's probably best to focus on a CC class, especially like a Bard, because it's a very strong and versatile utility class that a lot of people would use, right? Or seek. Midgarsarum getting back with full HP. Unfortunately, Lon and Roanora are going to go down here. He is taking a lot of damage from that Chain Lightning and the autos. Unfortunately, War is going to be able to take down... Oh, Big Mac took down, what's it called? Midgarsarum. War is a menace, though. He sees the picks, goes for them, backs out. Sees the picks, goes for them, backs out. That's unfortunately the strategy here with regards to Shadow Chaser at all times. And he seems to be perma-invis. Like, at this point, like, how do you even attack this dude, bro? We fought a lot of Shadow Chasers today and, like, literally just kept dying to them in invis. Bopus over here, holding their spawn. Midgarsarum tried to go for that tower, is unfortunately stopped by Bopus's damage. Let's see what the match numbers look like. Yeah, look at that. 614 million damage from Big Mac. Oh, Joyboy coming up with the millions. Let's go, baby. Bring those numbers up. Look at Lon tanking 330k million. Pure tank. But yeah, that is their strategy, is just they realize that they don't have the damage, so that they're, look at that, like War was doing 8 million autos. Jesus, man. How do you even contest that? Like, I feel so bad for these guys, because at the end of the day, their strategy was just try to be CCs, try to be tanky enough to be able to tank hits and then go for tower caps, hoping that frees are probably going to be able to help them, etc. But it's obnoxious to see how strong the division between Krakens actually can be. Like, I also think it's a major spend difference between the rest of the team, not just one person, right? Joyboy and Ronora are massive spenders, but I don't think the rest of them really are. At least I haven't seen their names come up whenever you buy diamonds or something, so yeah, they might just be a little bit more of those, you know, utility classes that are minor spenders or mid spenders. But yeah, the two Krakens versus a few Krakens on the other team, I think it's just the difference of the wallet size at this point, and the class difference too, realistically. Alright, like look how many shadow classes are on the game right now alongside wizards, because those guys are built to do damage. Anyways, it does look like this game is going to be ending with a 3-0 on the Apocalypse side of things. Let's swap over to the... oh, it looks like it's over. The other match should be over here too, I guess. And yeah, it is a 3-0. Looking at the numbers real quick. Yeah, 1 billion damage over by Big Mac. Biggie Mac. Good shit. Good job, guys. GG's. You guys put on a great show. Congratulations to Apocalypse. Sorry, one slice. You guys have to do better next time, but you guys put on a great show. Thank you guys for doing that. And it looks like Apocalypse is going to be moving into the final two of the losers bracket. Tomorrow will be the final of the winners bracket, and then we'll see what happens from there. But I think it's going to be pretty straightforward who's going to win this. My predictions are Apocalypse probably takes the round 3, or takes the final win on the actually the last losers bracket fight might be the most entertaining, because the winners bracket's going to be easy to win. It's going to be pretty straightforward. GG's Knife, thanks for watching, bro. But for the most part, I think the loser of the winners bracket is going to be putting on a pretty good show against Apocalypse, right? Unless it's the team that beat him before, right? Which would be funny and sad and so sad. But yeah, it is unfortunate that my bid also lost again. You're welcome, Knife. Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate it. At the end of the day, please leave a like, comment something nice. I would love that. I love seeing those comments. It does make me happy that people are actually engaging. And yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed. But yeah, let me show you guys a little bit of something interesting here. Let me do this real quick. Close that, open up this stream, turn that sound off, and go to login. Let me pull this up real quick. Where is this guy? I got my drip. I gotta show you guys my drip. Look at this drip, bro. Look how clean I look. Look how sick I look, man. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So oh my god, I have not had a good time with these bets. So lost 6k there, 4 month speed. These were the homies that ended up throwing. Lost 1k there, which was it was a little bit more of an underdog fight. Error and Chantarok were a little bit more of just a RNG. And I'm surprised I lost those ones. And then yeah, moving on to the big wins. That's I think that's the most I've actually won. 853. Oh, 1,000. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that's I don't think I have one more than that. Oh, there it is. This is the one I was the underdog story, 3,600. That was Onin and his team. I'll get the tourney mount, bro. That thing is clean. I know, man. It's so nice. I also love the outfit because it gives you like cats that run around with you, which is so cool that they did that with the outfit and not something that like if you stand still then the cats come out or some shit. But I really wish I was able to get the full set because this thing is so cool to be able to like transform into a cat and run around. Like if it would just be so fun. I love cats. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, man. It was great putting on this show for you. And yeah, this is what I wish we could look like. Bassets, basically. But yeah, the next set of matches should be interesting. I think that for the most part, it was pretty straightforward in terms of what was going to happen. And yeah, I want to go back to this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at those losses, man. So 3K, 5K, 7K, 13K. So these ones are good because they're like sure wins. That's why the return is so low. This one was like amazing. This is the one that saved me, to be honest. Otherwise, I would have been down real bad. Glizzy Lovers. Oh yeah, that was Onin and his team. They came back from a very one-sided betting spree. But yeah, so 13K, 15K, 15K, 21K, 23K, 29K, 30K, 30K and 600, 37K and 600. I've lost 36K and 37K and 600 tokens across all my bets. That's insane. I've lost so much. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately at this point, the rewards for this season were really expensive, surprisingly. So like, I was able to buy out the Geffen enchants, but beyond that, like they don't really have the pay on enchants or anything, right? So I'm not that mad. I guess they had this, which is great. But I'm not that mad that I actually lost all that because realistically, I couldn't really have done much with it anyways. Probably just get in these upgrade stones, which is like 800 per one tap, which is a lot. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you never know what can happen. Sometimes those underdog bets get you carried, and that's where you get that like 7K return, which is double basically, or not double. Sorry, it's almost like 110% increase. So I'm glad I did it on some of them, but like yeah, I should stop listening to Mac on some of these bets. They're not good. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go for these taps. See what happens. There's nothing really other than that that's worth spending tokens on at this point. And let's do that. Let's get some taps in here. Open those up. I do need to get my armor all the way to 100 still. It has been a bitch trying to do it. Especially because these mats are so expensive, man. Right. Wish me luck. Come on, give me 100 at least on this. Yeah, this has been my luck basically. Yeah. You see that? That's been my luck. Do I have? I don't. All right, let's do this. 32. Let's just finish it off. Try to get that 100 and then finish it off. Call it a day. Oh, Sony Eddie, the boy. All right, so last tap and we'll call it a day. Upgrade. Come on. No, why? But yeah, that's my life. That's my life. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I will be coming up with a prof guide, I think, soon here, because I think a lot of people need it. Are your guild blessings maxed? I don't think they are, honestly. Yeah, they're not. What's the max on them? Because I'm not too sure what the max is. I haven't really been investing too much into these because I was spending a lot of them on repairing my armors because I was pushing them to +8 as well as tiering them up, right? So a lot of my enchants and all of that, or not enchants, but a lot of my tokens went into that. But for the most part, I've tried to keep them pretty even because I like even numbers, and it bothers me when it's not at 700 or 500 or something like that. 100 for our guild, we level 10, bro. Oh, yeah, 100's not happening, bro. 100's way too much guild tokens. I could probably push M attack to 100, low key. But yeah, it costs a lot, man, per tap. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. It's marginal gains too, unfortunately. I wish they did more with that, and especially with regards to like guild content. But unfortunately, it's just GVG and xgvg that we have for guild content. So like, though there aren't really other ways. Oh, I guess xkvm, but there aren't really other ways you get a lot of tokens that you can use to stockpile and make those upgrades, because there's a lot of those stats that you need to invest into, right? So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content, and make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will be streaming the last few matches in the next few days here, and yeah, secondary stats at least. Yeah, I mean, it's probably better to use those for refining, because you also need them for upgrading your SC, right? Whenever you tap SC, you need those guild tokens. So having a good stockpile of them is still useful. And whenever you refine, if you have the guild tokens, you don't actually have to use the protections on the Murphys. You can just let them break and then repair it, right? And so that's one of the benefits of upgrading armor, and it's a little bit cheaper than the rest. But yeah, anyways,